Today I'm just going to run through with you some of the uses that I have for Google Classroom as an effective teaching and learning tool. I primarily use Google Classroom as a way of communicating with my class, uploading notes, and as a tool for formative assessment. As you can see here, I haven't yet engaged with all of my class through Google Classroom. For this month, I am just focusing on the senior cycle students, and for the purpose of today, we're going to be looking at my TY group and my 6th year group. So in my TY group, this is the main page, and as you can see here, I have put up various announcements, shared some links to some interesting articles, and that is there for the students to access at any time. As regards our classwork, we are currently just at the moment looking at our first task. So I have posted the criteria here. The students have been working on it since September the 18th, and most of them have submitted it. So here you can see there are 5 students who have not submitted their work as of yet, and very easily you just click on here and I can send them an email just to remind them to submit this work. Look here at one of the assignments that has been submitted. So as you can see, it comes up as Google Slides, and I am able to submit some comments here, and these will be sent on to the student. So the first stage of the assignment was for the student to put together this document. The second aspect of it then is me looking at it and giving them some feedback. And then the third aspect of it is that they work on this feedback and then finally they're presenting it to the class. I find that if we follow these steps, it instills in them a sense of confidence, and then they are well able to present in front of their peers. So that's what we're doing at the moment for the transition year students. If we look then at the 6th year class, this is a 6th year Irish PATS class, and the task that they have been involved with is recording a Sharpic tour. So for me as a teacher with almost 30 students in my class, doing oral work can be very time consuming, and as regards of classroom management, if you are trying to listen to each student individually, the other students then can perhaps become a little bit disengaged. So I have found this to be very useful, and I've also found that for me, it's helping me to manage my time much more efficiently. So as you can see here, we're working on it at the moment. So 8 students have currently submitted their assessments, and I have worked on 5 of them, I've worked on the 8 of them so far, and I have graded them. So I've only returned 1, and I will be returning the rest of them later on today. So if we just look at one of them, for example, we'll take the first student. Here we see that this student has submitted their work. I've listened to it and I've given them some feedback here. And then they have some private comments here, and then they have the grade. So this is submitted to them, and then they are able to work on the recommendations that I've given them. Another useful tool is that if you press this button here, you can copy all the grades to the Google Sheets, and then if you were, for example, giving feedback in a parent-teacher meeting, all this data would be available to you on a Google Doc. So the name of the student, the grade, and also the feedback that you have given. So as we saw there are some students who haven't yet submitted them. So all you would need to do is you scroll down here, and we see that there are some students that haven't. So you just click on that student's name. You can go down through the list, and again, send them a quick email, just reminding them of the work that has to be done. So for me, I've been using Google Classroom for a number of years. Something that I would recommend is if you're just starting off, is to maybe, start it off with one class, maybe a transition year class, and then you can develop it and you can start to bring in more and more classes. And also to be kind to yourself. If you're only using Google Classroom as a way to share notes or as an announcement, well, that is still very, very beneficial, and just take it step by step.